anything I'm trying to do is about the ship, you know, never about me anymore. So that's why I didn't like maybe like if I'm trying to work with one of these brands now, they don't want just me, they want the ship. And he feels like, oh, this one's the one that's gonna keep him going, which could work. But I see the way he does defend every time, and I'm like, okay.
Well, defending her?
Yeah, he's trying to like.
I see last week he tried to, especially with the 12, he tried to like be really like aggressive and like dominant. So I feel like he was this week.
Wow, my ears are full. My head is full. Guys, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm processing all the information I heard from these all-stars housemates this morning. I mean, these people woke up this morning and decided to go on a spilling rampage. Yes, they have been spilling from one gist to the other, from one lie to the other, because some of them were actually capping, from one conspiracy to the other, from one analysis of the household's situation to the other. Guys, it's been quite interesting this morning, and on this video I'm going to spill half the gist to you, and then I'm going to make another video to share the rest of it, because it's quite a lot. All right, and I do not want this video to be ridiculously lengthy, so let's get into this video. Please make sure you watch to the end, do not skip out on any part. And quick reminder, today by 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to be converging here for our YouTube live stream. So please make sure you make it a date with us, because there's a lot to talk about. And trust me, you do not want to miss out on all of that excitement, all right? And if you are yet to become a part of this community, please just go ahead and subscribe. Do what you see on your screen. It's quite easy. And yeah, you are all welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija, and I am the girl with the T. Please like this video, feel free to share, and let's proceed into the details of this conversation. Beginning with Uriel and Ike's gist. Guys, Uriel has been worried. I mean, for the past few days now, yes, but this morning her worry intensified as she was wondering, you know, what her fate will be come tomorrow Sunday during the live eviction show. Now, her biggest fear is, just as Princess got evicted, she might as well get evicted tomorrow. And so she was having a conversation with Ike, you know, seeking his opinion and his thoughts about if he thinks she's not really doing enough to really project herself on the show, right? Because she was actually thinking that, okay, maybe because she's not in the ship, because she's not being overly dramatic, because she's not involved in altercations or fights, probably because she's not always loud and raising her voice, she's probably one of the minorities in the house. And Ike was trying to encourage her, you know, tell her that no, you don't have to do all of that to actually create your own highlights. You don't have to do all of that to actually shine on the show, that different people just came with their own different personalities. But no matter what Ike was telling her, she was still insisting that she just feels like there's something missing that she's not really bringing to the show, that she's wondering about the viewers' perception about her. And guys, that's the thing about Uriel. Uriel always worries, especially over the weekend, you know, when it's almost the live eviction day. Yes, which is quite normal, but I can understand that for her, it's the trauma of the fact that she did not really last a while during her season, and she's really bent on creating that positive impression about herself, you know, sell her brand and stay longer on the show this season. And then she started asking Ike, oh, what Ike thinks about different guys in the house, about New especially. Now, the camera was not really stable with them, but then by the time the camera got back to them, both of them were actually analyzing the ships in the house, and that was where they had actually analyzed Vernita and Adekunle's ship. And Ike had said that for him, he just feels like Adekunle is just in a ship of convenience, that it's been very obvious, you know, this week. Even Uriel said the same thing, that it's been very obvious this week, the way he's just been actively being aggressive and being overly defensive of Vernita, that the way he does it, it's very obvious that he's trying to prove a point to Vernita, you know, that, oh yes, I'm in this ship and I'm very active in this ship, you know, that kind of thing. And for him, he just laughs because the way he reads it, Adekunle is making it obvious that he is relying on Vernita's strength, you know, the fact that she's a very, very loud person, she's out there always in every fight and argument, that he's sort of relying on her to get ahead in the game, that he probably thinks that if he continues to do what he's doing, that he's going to make it through to the finals. But he might get a shocker because this season might be completely different. And then for Vernita, on the other hand, that because he knows Vernita on the outside, he feels like, oh, Vernita cannot use Adekunle, that he feels like Vernita is actually being genuine with Adekunle, that's the thing that actually pisses him a lot, because he wants Vernita to really use Adekunle to play the game, but he feels like Vernita is already catching feelings. Now, when both of them were actually, you know, analyzing those two people's ship, guys, I was just smiling because the first part of their analysis made a lot of sense because it was quite true, and it just went to validate what a lot of us on the outside have also been observing about what Adekunle has been doing, you know, in that relationship. But then the way Ike analyzed Vernita, guys, I just felt like Ike has completely missed the point. He has completely missed Vernita's tricks. Yes, because, you know, it's funny how Vernita played her cards yesterday, worked her magic on Ike, and got the result that she wanted, guys. And it made me laugh because, guys, it just confirmed what I said on my videos yesterday, that all of those tears, all of those emotional roller coaster that Vernita displayed, you know, in front of Ike yesterday really worked its magic on Ike, to the point that Ike now feels like Vernita is genuine. As a matter of fact, that was what he said. He said, no, that he knows Vernita, he feels like she's very genuine, that she just reacts a lot, you know, she's very, very hyper, that he just wishes she could tone it down a bit, blah, blah, blah. And guys, me, I would just love him like, Ike, it's so bad now that you don't even realize that you are equally a pawn in Vernita's game. Yes, Adekunle is playing a strategy of convenience, and I have said it before on some of my videos that the same strategy that Sheikh Zambella used during the level up season that Adekunle was against, that's the exact same strategy that he is using right now in this season, and it's so glaring. The guy does not even know how to hide it. You know, the fact that Ike, you know, sees the way Vernita sort of comes down to have conversations with Adekunle, and this guy is actually thinking that, oh, Vernita cannot use Adekunle, guys. It was so funny. I just said, nah, this guy, for the fact that you cannot even see through Vernita's games in that regard, then it means that she has successfully turned you into one of her pawns in the house. Obviously, Vernita is using Adekunle to play her game, yes, and Adekunle probably knows, he probably does not know, but it's also very obvious that he is actually doing exactly what she wants him to do. And Ike right now, you know, defending Vernita is equally doing what she wants him to do. So it's more like having two pawns on your chessboard, and they are giving the roles that you want them to give, and they are not even aware. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to be here. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and wait and see if Ike was just having a regular Ike type of conversation with Uriel and not wanting to reveal all of his cards. I'm going to wait it out and see if truly he's fully aware of himself, or if he has literally fallen for Vernita's tricks. Now, whilst that conversation was happening in the garden, Adekunle and Shay were having conversations in the kitchen, just basically talking about the house dynamics and everything. And guys, I'm going to be frank with you all, even though some of the things they were saying mirrors what's happening in the house, you know, the fact that they were analyzing the actions of some of the housemates, especially Pere, as being below standard. Or I mean, there's a way Adekunle described Pere. He was talking about how when he came out of the house, Pere was the first person he spoke with. Pere told him that, oh, he liked the game he played. He was in the US at that time. He said when he returns, both of them were going to connect, blah, blah, blah. And then coming into the house, initially he was scared, but now he's seen the games that Pere is playing, you know, the way Pere is carrying himself. And he just feels like, you know, he and Shade were doing like a sort of description that, oh, that's like, it's like the image of Pere, like the respect, the regard he had for Pere just went from 100 to 0. And guys, it was so funny because in all of their conversation, because it was quite some lengthy conversation, in all of their conversation, you could see that there was just so much hypocrisy thinking in that kitchen. Yes, so much hypocrisy. There was a statement Adekunle had made. He had talked about how he had actually had a conversation with Vernita. And then there was a statement Adekunle had made with regards to Vernita. Now, he was explaining how he would have preferred for her to not be reacting a lot, you know, but for him, he's not going to stress himself too much. But when the trouble begins, he will make sure he reacts for her. Like he will defend her. That was what he was saying. And guys, you see here, oh my God. At that point in time again, it just felt like Adekunle just used his mouth to, you know, expose himself about what happened that Thursday night. Was it Thursday night? Yes, when the housemates were having, when the whole house was in chaos, when the housemates were quarreling, when Pere had his own situation with Bbnaija. I told you all on the video I did that day that situation had no business whatsoever with Adekunle. He just felt the need to defend his sheep. And that was exactly what he did. And other housemates too saw the same thing, which mirrored what Ike and Uriel were saying this morning, you know. I mean, guys, when I heard that, the only thing I could do was just shake my head. And then I said the same thing I'd always been saying, that the hypocrisy from these housemates stinks. Really stinks. But anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts about it, so please go ahead, share with me your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day.